Hello everyone, this is Brian with a posting from my post-gastric bypass blog. Today is December 3rd, 2008. I had my gastric bypass on November 17th, 2008. I'm just here to fill everyone in from since my last video, which is right before Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving pretty much just stayed home with my fiance. We didn't travel anywhere just because it's not recommended at this stage of the game to be in long car rides because of complications and problems with possible blood clots. Don't want that kind of issue on a long ride. It just wouldn't be that comfortable this close to having surgery on such a long ride, because my family's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. When I'm living down here in Connecticut now, they're all up in the Boston area. But for Thanksgiving, we pretty much just, took it easy, just enjoyed each other's company, watching TV. And for Thanksgiving dinner, all we pretty much had was, just some soft puree kind of foods. I had some butternut squash that was pretty good. It's one of my favorite, side dishes that go with Thanksgiving dinner. And then I tried some stuffing, which didn't go over so well. I shouldn't have tried that, knowing how bread expands and with the smaller stomach that I have now. And it pretty much settled here, which wasn't a good feeling, and I didn't enjoy that at all. Pretty much, I started to get a little sick, but didn't, vomit any of that up, luckily. So I just rested for about an hour in bed, just trying to recoup from that little episode that I had. And today I went to the surgeon's office and met with the dietitian and the surgeon as well. And then I had the big weigh-in again. Since my last visit, I was at 326 pounds, and guess what? 326 again. It's kind of disappointing to me that I'm pretty much at the same weight that I was last time, but it's not surprising this early in the game. It's because, I was in a hospital, I was getting some fluids in, and then, all that other good stuff that comes with this new diet. But at least I didn't gain any weight. So I met with a dietitian, just talking about my next stage in the diet, which I'll be starting in about a day, and I'll be going from having to rely on just protein drinks, shakes, whatever to get in my necessary protein, which I have a goal between 80 to 100 grams of protein, which is not surprising. I'm a big guy and kind of big framed, and I'm like 6 feet tall, so that's not surprising at all. So that's going to be fun, trying to get all that protein in my system. But they says don't sweat it, just because I got to get, between 80 and 100 doesn't mean I got to force myself to try to eat that and then end up with complications with that. But I'll be going from having like, soups, and, basically broth and stuff like that, to actually having some soft foods instead of just everything like baby food, like everything's got to be mushed or pureed. I'll be able to have like, some canned tuna, fish with some fat-free mayonnaise. Yeah, I'm game for that. That will be a change of pace and another way for me to get, some protein in, as well as I'll be able to have like sliced deli slices with chicken, a turkey. There's ground turkey, I can have that as well. I can have fish like haddock, sole, flounder, stuff, flaky fish. I can take in some, slices of cheese. Just got to chew that very consistently. Low fat, fat free. I should even, like mozzarella is a good cheese to have like that. And even some like yogurts, like Greek yogurt actually has a lot of protein in it. I think it's, when I looked at the package, it was like 15 grams of protein. I'll give that a try, but it's something to look forward to. I'm getting there. I'll start to get, some food that I actually get to chew on and don't basically have to drink or have like baby food. And then I met with the surgeon as well, and I just had a few issues as well and questions about the surgery. Like when I had the surgery performed, you know, he noticed that I had some like pockets in my bowels that connect to my new stomach, and it was just, you know, he says it was nothing to be concerned about. You know, there are some people that have them, and you know, it's about the size of, you know, almost the size of, you know, a little bit bigger than my thumb, the pocket. But what happened is when the day of the surgery, when I had to drink the fluid to check my digestive tract, it kind of looked like to them on the film that was a blockage, but what he showed me from the images that he had, and that they actually saw, that beyond that pocket area after the stomach, it was collecting air, but then it still was flowing through the rest of my intestines and out through my bowels and so forth. So technically it wasn't a blockage because it was flowing through no problem, and he told me there should be no issues with it in my lifetime in the future. And one question that the GI doctor gave him, well, while you were there, why didn't you remove it? He's like, well, really there was no reason to have to surgically remove that. It wasn't causing any problem, a blockage or anything like that. So, you know, doctor reassured me there'll be no, you know, long-term or future problem with that at all. So that reassured me, and plus be able to see what it was, I had a better understanding. And then he was asking me, you know, how my comfort level's been, and he was checking all my incisions. They're healing up pretty good. I've been using that Mederma stuff on it just to try to help them heal and have less scarring, and he says, yeah, the stuff's working pretty well. But when it came to me asking about my comfort and how the pain management was going, I was like, well, the pain medicine works for keeping away the pain and discomfort, but the problem is when I take this stuff, especially at night, you know, trying to get a good night's sleep, I'm wired. You know, it's like speed. You know, some other people, like my fiance, when she was on it, she could sleep for hours upon hours. You know, me, it was just a total opposite. You know, I was just wired up 2 in the morning. You know, I'm like tired, but then I can't sleep. And I asked him, was there anything else I could take? Because I usually sleep on my stomach or my side, and that's tough to do, you know, this close after surgery. I'm still healing inside, and I got one incision on the side that's very, very sensitive, and you know, I do get a lot of sharp pains from that, you know, especially when they were digging around in that one area there, he was telling me. So, you know, I asked him if there's anything else. You know, I'm not looking for any narcotic or anything like that, because I don't want the effects that has. And well, he made a script for me. It's something, you know, it's a little bit stronger than Tylenol. It's not a narcotic or anything like that, and it's not an ibuprofen, which I cannot take anymore, which I used to take for my back before the surgery. But when you have gastric bypass surgery, you can't have ibuprofen anymore or take that. You just get too many issues with that with your stomach, or your new stomach. So I'll give that a try. I gotta, you know, I dropped that off at the pharmacy early. I'll try that tonight and see how that works out. And he's like, if I had any more issues or questions with the pain or anything like that, he's like, no, just give his office a call and they'll help me as best as they can. So, I have another appointment not until December 26th, which is right after Christmas. And hopefully shortly after that, you know, I'll be in better shape, and I'll let you all know how my pain is going, you know, with this new medicine, see if it's made my comfort level any better. I'll let you know within a few days, see, you know, kind of diagnosis I have myself on that. I'm hoping, you know, he says it should work pretty similar to how the ibuprofen used to help my back. So I did have back problems before the surgery as well at times. So, catch y'all later. I'll have another video up in a few days, let you know how that pain management thing is going for me, and hopefully, you know, shortly after Christmas I'll be back to work, as I'm starting to go stir crazy. But you know, I got to give myself time to recover and recoup and get back out there. I miss work and I miss the people I work with, but most importantly, I got to take care of myself right now, and hope